All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Well, this person wanted to know if they're a jerk for saving a seat. They said they went to dinner recently and they were seated on the fun side of the table. Well, my friend was running late and asked me to save her a seat, so I did. But before my friend arrived, another person showed up and wanted that exact seat. But I'm like, you know what? I'm saving it for a friend of mine. And then she popped off at me and said, that's pretty rude. I was like, okay, taken aback. Is that rude if you're saving a seat for somebody that you want to sit next to at a dinner party?
That's tricky. Okay, so if it's a dinner party and everybody's just sitting down at the table and that is kind of rude to say, oh, no, I'm saving this seat. Because if the person's not there yet and everybody else is there and they're all just getting seated, it's basically saying, I don't want to sit by you.
Yeah.
You can't really reserve seats for somebody that's not there yet at a dinner party where you're all just sitting down at the same time.
But if you think about how you have friendships and dynamics, I could see wanting to be next to the person that you connect with, because otherwise I don't really know anybody else here. And if I came and I was put down on the end of the table and I don't really know anybody, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to go to that dinner party.
There's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where they're at a dinner party and the whole thing is about whoever sits in the middle of the table, they got to be dynamic. They got to be able to be entertaining. And the people who always get the middle suck. They always bring the conversation down. So when he goes into the dinner party, he's like, no, I'm a middle. Let me be the middle. The person who's the most dynamic needs to be in the middle.
Yeah, I mean,
it sucks.
I would wait to sit until my friend got there, and then the two of us sit on the end somewhere close to each other. It's rude to say to somebody, oh, no, I'm holding this seat for my friend who's not even here yet at the dinner party when everybody's there and seating together.
Yeah.
I get what the person is saying, like, oh, all right, you don't want to sit by me? That's cool.
But I get the person wanting to save the seat too, because if you have a friend that doesn't happen to know a lot of people that well and you're their comfort blanket, saying, yeah, I'm doing it because they don't really know anybody else here, I could see saving that for them, because then if they wind up at the other end of the table, like I said, I would be miserable. I'd be like, I don't really know anybody. I'm like, first chance I get, I'm bouncing.
Well, if you're the kind of person that needs to have a certain seat, you need to make sure you get there on time. If everybody else is
sometimes
seating,
you just can't. So if you can't get there on time, just be like, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
If you can't get there on time, maybe don't go if you have that much anxiety about sitting by somebody you don't know.
But getting a good seat at a dinner party is kind of important. It's kind of like when back in school when they didn't have assigned seating. You wanted to make sure you sat by
people that are cool.
Yeah,
you don't want to sit next to a moron.
Oh, I've had that where you're on one end. You're like, gosh, I so wish I was down there, and you're with people that are just
the other end of the table's awesome.
And they're wet blankets, and they're telling you about their depressing lives, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I want to hang myself. And it's like, meanwhile, everybody on the other end is having a great time. You're like, that's where I need to be.
That's why you got to be real careful who you sit by when it comes to hibachi. A hibachi dinner, it could be great, or you could be stuck with a dud.
Hibachi's hard too.
It is.
You really half the people you can't talk to.
No, but Kevin, how's your food?
Kevin, are you enjoying the shrimp?
Yeah.
Also, sorry to the stranger right next to Kevin. I know you don't know me, and we're all sitting at a table together.
But you're sitting exactly 2 inches from Kevin's arm.
It is kind of a bizarre concept.
It is. Hibachi's hard.
Is it rude to save a seat at a dinner party? 75% of people said no, it is not. So they're saying you're not a jerk. So there you go. I guess if you're wanting to know. Not that big of a deal.
And the 25%, that's the people don't want to sit by.
Now, this person wants to know if they are being a jerk for dragging out their relationship. They've been dating their boyfriend for about a year, but they realize the spark is gone. And they've been thinking about how and when to do the breakup. But then they just got invited to their best friend's wedding, which is going to be in Savannah, a month away. The issue is I don't really have reliable transportation. It'd be very handy to have my boyfriend drive me. But I think I would probably break up with them right after the trip. Is that being a terrible person?
That's being a jerk. You're leading somebody on for your own selfish gain, and I don't think you should ever lead somebody on. You rip it off like a Band-Aid if you have to, but to make someone think you still are into them and you're only doing it just to get a ride, you are indeed a jerk.
You're using them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a jerk. That's a jerky thing to do. I'm not calling you a murderer, but that moment you were being a jerk.
And weddings are so much more fun when you're single. Go single and throw it.
Well, I mean, even we talked about, people right before Christmas or a big holiday, they know it's over, but do they stay together through Christmas because it's the right thing to do? I personally, if Honeyface wanted to break up with me and didn't want to be with me.
She don't want to break up with you. She's loving your chili.
But I would rather have her break up with me on December 23rd. And if she didn't want to be there,
Totally.
I don't want going through the motions of love.
No. You just come correct and tell me if you don't want to be with me, I don't want to be with you.
Exactly.
We're good. Bye.